Alright, this is the first video in a new video walkthrough. This is FYNDR X, and this is King's Quest V. We have played it previously, but I'm going to hit no anyway.
Warning. This cartoon contains material that may be necessary for information.
Alright, this is probably going to come up a lot. We're just going to watch the cutscenes. So King's Quest V is before King's Quest VI, because that's how numbers work, and basically this will go over the plot of the game, but there's this wizard down there. This is the Kingdom of Daventry. You'll remember that Prince Alexander was from Daventry in King's Quest VI. And this is looking pretty ominous. Oh. So the wizard stole an entire castle, and that's the end of the game. That was all there is. Alright, so anyway, besides Prince Alexander, there's other characters in the continuity of the King's Quest storyline. One of those characters, one of the original characters in fact, is King Graham. And you can see him there walking through the forest. Prince Alexander's his son. He's got other family members too, a daughter and a wife. They were all in the castle, by the way, so he's just strolling along, minding his own business, just smelling the flowers, and walking as slow as humanly possible. But in the meantime, we get to enjoy this nice little scene and the music. It's all really top-notch stuff. And
my castle. What has happened?
And it's like King Quest VI, it's got full voice acting.
Ooh, I can tell you what happened.
What?
And here we go. Get a lot of scenes like this, like in the 6.
I know what happened to your castle. I saw it all. Yes, I did.
You did? Well then, what happened?
Ooh, it was the powerful and evil wizard Mordak who did it. Ooh, I just happened to be visiting with an old friend when I saw him materialize out of thin air. Thank goodness he didn't notice me.
Well, don't stop now. Go on.
So the voice acting isn't quite as good as in 6, at least for the main character.
He conjured up a terrible whirlwind that swirled faster and faster around the castle. With another incantation, Mordak then caused the wind to draw the castle up into the sky and out of sight. Ooh, it was something to see, all right.
That's Cedric the Owl. The worst character
Why would this
ever in
wizard
video
Mordak
games.
want my castle? What could he have against
Keep in
me
mind
and my family?
that Adolf Hitler was a character in a video game. Cedric is even worse. He's useless.
And your family.
The only use he has is in this opening cutscene where he tells you things.
Well, perhaps I can help you. My employer also happens to be a wizard, which is why I recognized Mordak. Ooh, unlike Mordak, though, my employer is a very good wizard. His name is Crispin Arthur, but we all call him Crispin for short. The only problem is, you see...
That's probably the best thing that's going to happen to Cedric the whole game. Oh, I take that back, actually. There's a bunch of good scenes where terrible things happen to him. So look forward to that later in the videos.
Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. The only problem is that Crispin is getting on in years and tends to be a bit forgetful.
I don't know. This doesn't sound as if it would work.
Oh, sure it would. Crispin is a very qualified wizard, one of the best. He just gets a little forgetful now and again, that's all. Now, where is it? Oh, I know I brought it with me. Aha! Here it is.
What is that?
Well, it is my opinion that you don't stand a chance against the likes of Mordak.
Well, thanks for the vote of confidence there, Cedric.
Excuse me for saying, Your Majesty, but you don't have a choice. You must come with me. I'm sure Crispin can help you.
The other thing you'll notice about the story is King Graham, the muscly fellow in front there, doesn't look at all like a king. But everyone knows who he is, so...
Ooh, just some old leftover fairy dust I've been carrying around. Ooh, it'll help you to fly. You can follow me to the land of Serenia, where Crispin and I live. It's much too far to walk, you know. Ooh, I think the fairy dust is still good.
Well, I guess we gotta find out. We're gonna do a live test. Sink or swim. Fly or die trying. But actually, it happens automatically, so it's...
Up here!
There he goes. That's King Graham, ladies and gentlemen. Just bobbing his way up into the air. Alright, so I guess the events of this game don't occur actually in Daventry, but in a distant land called Selenia or something like it. Cedric the Owl is taking you to see his employer Crispin, the wizard. I don't know. That's pretty much it. I can't really expound on it past what Cedric already said about Mordak stealing the castle, and etc. The gameplay isn't for a bit yet.
There it is! Down here! Come on!
Okay, here I come.
King Graham voiced by Steve Martin. He even kind of looks like Steve Martin once you see him in the little profile pictures that come up in dialogues.
Ooh, looks like the fairy dust just wore off.
Cedric? Where have you been? I've been calling for you. Well, well, what have we here? A bit clumsy, are you? Well, come on in the house and dry off. No sense sitting around like a wet dog.
Well, thanks a lot. Judge me before you even know me.
Cedric, go into the house and pour each of us a nice hot cup of tea.
Ooh, aye aye, Crispin.
The Society of Wizards has always taken a dim view of Mordak and his abuse of his power. Why, he's even been put on suspension a few times. It never seems to do any good, though.
Crispin, why would Mordak want to take my family or castle? What did we ever do to him?
I'm afraid I don't know the answer to that. Mordak is a very unpredictable wizard. I've never understood that evil mind of his.
Ooh, I thought perhaps you could help His Majesty, Crispin. That's why I brought him here.
Well, let me see now. I used to be a very powerful wizard at one time, you know, but I've gotten a little rusty lately.
A little rusty.
That's quite enough from you, Cedric.
Ooh, yes, sir, Crispin, sir.
I don't know what I have that would be of much use to you. Most of my wizard stuff is pretty old and worn out. But let's see what I can find.
Alright, so here's where we're gonna get the powerful magical artifacts. Wizard stuff, as Crispin put it. Straight from the wizard's chest, and it's gonna be pretty good. This is gonna be a real snap. I don't even know why they made the game so long, to be honest. We're gonna just magic our way to the end. If you'll ever get to the chest.
No, that won't do. That's all used up.
Oh, I think the audio might be out of sync.
It might work. Here, eat this.
There we go.
What is that?
That's an old piece of magical white snake I had left over from last year. With it, you'll be able to communicate with the natural and animal world. You should find that quite helpful.
Alright, well, that's alright, I guess. Let's see what else he's got for us.
Here's my old wand. I don't even know if it works anymore. Most of its power may be gone. You should know that wands are like pets. They've got to get to know you before they'll work for you. Just treat it with care and respect, and hopefully it will do something for you. You'd better get going, my boy. No telling what that confounded Morlock could be up to. You go with him, Cedric. Show him the way.
Oh,
Yes, you. Don't be such a coward. Now go on. You'd better get started.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate all you've done for me.
Alright, and here begins the quest proper. We get to take control of the character. Alright, and here we are.
I suggest we visit the town first. How about it, Your Majesty?
Please don't call me Your Majesty, Cedric. It's much too formal. I'd like it if you'd just call me Graham.
I'd be delighted to, Graham. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yes, the town. You might be able to find some supplies there. It's just over a little hill to the south, not too far.
Well then, let's be on our way, Cedric.
Alright, so this is where you end up. Actually, if you say that you already have played Kingsword 5 before at the very beginning, at the title screen. But for our purposes, we don't even need to worry about that, because we're going to get this done. I'll just use my magic wand on myself to transport to Mordek's castle.
Graham gives the wand a good shake, but it only fizzles and dies.
Oh no. Oh, we're going to actually have to play the game. Or something. Anyway, well, let's try talking to Cedric to see what he has to say.
Cedric seems to be thinking big thoughts right now, perhaps planning their next move, and so is not in a talkative mood.
Alright, great. He's never gonna talk to you unless he talks first in this game. And he doesn't even have that helpful stuff to say. Hold on a sec. This guy's moving at the speed of nothing. There's the speed of something. That's a little better. And we just want to move down here.
Graham, watch out! A poisonous snake!
Oh, a poisonous snake. As opposed to just a regular snake. Well, if you walk up to that snake, you will die. The goal of the game is, broadly speaking, not to die. So, it's probably best to try a different route. We're going to go to the left here. Alright, now there's a guy just sitting here, and we're going to talk to him.
Excuse me, young man. Sorry to bother you, but I couldn't help but notice you sitting there on that log. I was wondering if there was anything wrong.
Why, yes. As a matter of fact, there is. I've been searching everywhere for my fiancée. She's a beautiful princess with long golden tresses, fetching blue eyes, and smooth creamy skin. Have you seen her anywhere about?
No, sorry, I haven't seen anyone like that.
That's what I figured. No one has seen her. I bet that a witch who lives in the dark forest had something to do with her disappearance.
I'll keep an eye out for her. If I see her, I'll let her know you're looking for her.
I would appreciate that. Well, I guess I'd better get back to looking for her. I'm not ever going to find her just sitting around here. Thanks for your concern.
Alright, we already got a plot thread. It's looking good. Also, we probably won't see that guy again until we solve his dilemma.
The bluebird is too busy taking a bath to answer Graham.
So remember we ate the piece of leftover magical white snake. Let's talk to animals. 99% of the animals that you see are going to be too busy doing their own thing to talk to Graham. I don't think this bluebird actually does anything.
What a wonderful bluebird. It could almost make Graham happy again if it wasn't for his family.
Graham enjoys the simple pleasures in life. A bird, a flower, walk through the natural world here. Actually, what we're going to want to do is head into the town like Cedric said. So I guess he's not completely useless. So let's head into the town. Well, actually, let's try talking to this cow first.
Unfortunately, the cow doesn't have anything to say. Her mouth is too full of cud.
That's great. Well, it doesn't matter.
If you're going into town, I'll just wait for you here. I had a nasty run-in with a big dog once, and I feel much safer out here.
Good. Alright, so here's the town. They made sure to make the harpsichord style music as grating as possible. Actually, I believe this is a decent stopping point for the first video. Sorry there wasn't more gameplay involved. But we're gonna get more into it next time. So until then, just keep your eye out on the channel, and I'll probably upload a video pretty shortly.